A Twist in Time, Chapter 20, The Princess Chronicles Part 2. The day had come for Miaria and her friends to leave for the ball. The feline stretches with cat-like instinct and yawns before putting on her tux and pants, along with combing that unkempt mane of hers, placing a golden-shaped fire hairpin to hold her bun in place. She admires herself in the mirror before placing her crown firmly on her forehead, it merging with the fire ruby embedded in the kitten's forehead and latching it onto her flesh. This didn't hurt because the girl was used to it by now. It would morph to fit her face as if it had its own free will. Well, not exactly like her mother's helmet. While in the Horde, it was the same basic shape, but slightly thinner in width. A knock on the changing room door jolts Miara's attention back to reality. Hey Trace, are you ready yet? We gotta get going. It's a long drive there, Scorfina asks in a song-like tone, which drove Miara up the wall. Though Miara could indeed sing, she would rather be the beat-up the bad guys kind of cat. She still wasn't sure what to make of this whole princess escapade either. She was more of one of those daredevil types, always getting into mischief with her best friends. Yeah, be out in a sec. With the finishing touches, Miara puts on red eyeshadow to go with her tux. And with that, the feline, scorpion, and dark elf-like girl are off to their princessy duties. The very thought of doing anything princess-related made Miara's stomach turn. She had been told princesses were evil nearly her full life by the great shadow sorceress herself. That was just as the Horde intended for years to brainwash young kids into believing that the Horde was the good guys. The skiff travels at its top speed, though it wasn't fast enough to get there in only minutes. It was going to take several hours. Miaria steers the vehicle with quite a bit of skill, dodging the trees, rocks, and other obstacles in their path. Since Scorfina was basically the bronze of the operation, she would use her pincers to snap off branches of trees if they are in the way of the skiff. It was Technissa, the brains, and the technology guy, to watch the map and to tell the feline which way to turn. I thought princesses were supposed to be these evil monsters, yet here I am, a dumb princess. Still don't know of what though. Miara's mind races as she steers the skiff to its destination. Back in Bright Moon, Swiftwind was singing so off-key that Catra shoves an apple in his mouth to silence the horse, causing her wife to laugh. Princesses from all around the world have been arriving as King Bo and his daughter greet the guests. Seahawk, my old friend, how goes it with those 8 daughters of yours? Bo asks, the sea captain slamming his quite muscular hand on the other man's shoulder. Mermista and I have our hands full, that's for sure. Only Pro came this time. The rest are at home watching over the kingdom. Ugh! Will you come out of there already? We are here. Mermista's groan comes from far away as the two men chat away. While Pearl would be the next water elemental princess. Her sisters, Celine, Oystera, Bubbling, Celine Soraya, Pyrita, Sephira, and Tyrantia were just normal everyday merfolk. Yes, they had powers of a typical mermaid, but were not like their eldest sister. Pearl was just as stubborn, if not even more stubborn than her own mom, Mermista. During one of the battles with the Horde, the princess had unfortunately lost her left eye after being blasted by one of the bots, her mother saving her just in the nick of time. Ugh, Mom, let go, I can walk, sheesh. Pearl scoffs as her mother glares at her. The 16-year-old girl just glares back. Pearl gets out of the carriage that is shaped surprisingly like a dolphin riding the waves. Horses whinny as they are ushered away. The Queen of Bright Moon hugs the other princesses as they giggle in a big princess pile laughing. Swifty joins in rolling on his back. Hey, Catcher, come join the princess pile. Glimmer, the other queen, grabs Catcher's hand. No, thank... Gah! The feline queen doesn't have time to protest as she is dragged into the big princess hug pile. Back in the Whispering Woods, the three horde princesses are just about to arrive on the outskirts of the kingdom. Miariah parks the skiff about a half mile from Bright Moon to not arouse any suspicion that the horde was in fact infiltrating behind enemy lines. The girls start to walk there on foot. Once they arrive, Miariah bows to the king and princess, just like any other guest, ushering her friends to do the same. I am Princess Tracy, and these are my two guests, Princesses Scorfina and Technessa. It is an honor to attend your ball, my king. Welcome to Brightmoon, please enjoy your stay. King Bo smiles as the horde princesses bow again before heading inside. While the scroll specifically warned against weapons, these princesses did follow the rules after all. They were there to get intel for the horde on the rebellion's next move, sort of like a spy mission. Miariah heads over to the food stands, seeing a pink swirly treat with sprinkles, a cupcake. She picks one of the cupcakes up and puts the sweet treat into her mouth, chewing slowly. At first, not sure if she will like it or not. Then, like magic, her eyes sparkle as she starts to dig in, shoving her mouth full of the delectable sweets. Looking like her mother Adora, Catra is alerted by a very familiar scent. It was like seeing a ghost there standing before the Half-Moonian queen. It was her long-lost daughter, Miauriankna.